What do you mean by soul food? Soul food is something which is really not fancy. You know, this season just gets me to cook some really good soul food, okay? What do you mean by soul food? Soul food is something which is really not fancy. It satisfies the soul. I have a soulful feeling when I cook this dish. I love to see people in their element when they eat this dish. And this dish is a chicken noodle soup. Welcome to our kitchen and thank you for watching me. This is your chef Vicky Ratnani and now we're going to be making a fantastic chicken noodle soup. Now when you say chicken noodle soup, it takes me to various zones around the world because in every region, in every religion, in every culture, there is a chicken and noodle soup. I love the chicken and noodle soup which is made with the kosher chicken. Okay, I used to love it when I used to be in New York. A really nice chicken in the pot, as we used to call it, with a lot of root vegetables, with noodles and with other kind of matzo balls as well. And then sometimes, especially when we are living in India, and of course when we travel around Asia, a chicken noodle soup denotes a very nice, tasty chicken broth with vegetables and nice pieces of chicken. Let's start cooking. So first things first, what makes a good soup? I ask that question to everyone. A good stock makes a good soup. A good stock makes a good sauce. A good stock also makes a good gravy and a good stock also makes a good curry. So the stock is very important. So here I've got about a couple of liters of water here and into which I'm going to be adding some vegetables, okay, like onions. I have these lovely coriander stems since we are going Asian. So nothing really goes into the bin, yeah. I've got a pod of garlic, which we've just smashed in. I've got some slivers of ginger here as well. And also what happens is that when you have a good aromatic stock, you don't really need to put too much in the soup, you know, except the protein and the veg, which I'm going to be doing. I've got chicken legs, okay. I could only find this in the butcher today. Normally I buy the ones with the skin, but this is okay, you know, that means I'm going to get a lean chicken stock, which is very good. So I've got 2 chicken legs here, which are skinless. Okay, so it's not going to give too much fat. Okay, now let's add some lovely aromats to this. So I've got some coriander seeds in here. I've got a couple of cloves. I've got a few peppercorns. I've got some fennel seeds. I have some star anise here. I've got some black cardamom. I've got a couple of bay leaves and I've got a cinnamon stick, which means that what? I have everything in this. This is going to be a really fantastic base for cooking my stock. Now remember, salt is never added to the stock, obviously, because as you go on reducing it, the concentration of salt gets really too high and you can't really eat it, okay? So first things first, stock is on. And now for this particular recipe, I'm not using too many vegetables, okay? I've got some egg noodles which I've already cooked in advance. They are in my fridge. And I'm going to be adding the noodle to the soup. And then what we're going to do is I've got some very nice cabbage, which I think is amazing with soup. You know, it's very healthy for you. It's a great antioxidant. So we're just going to be shredding a little bit of cabbage in the soup. Maybe some carrots. I've got some lovely scallions. I've got a few bird's eye chilies. That's all I need, and of course, some fresh coriander. I'm just going to accentuate my flavors and my taste with a little bit of light soy sauce, just a little bit, more or less to add a little umami factor in my soup. So we've got about a quarter head of cabbage here. And you can add vegetables of your choice. I would definitely recommend some kale, some spinach. Any nice leafy greens are great in the soup. If it's nice and wintry, which might be wherever you live, maybe some turnips, some rutabaga, some swede, some nice winter vegetables will go really well here. So we've got our carrots here. Beautiful. So we've got some nice matchsticks of carrots here going into the soup. I mean, there's a whole market out there which you can get. It all depends upon how much soup you want to add. Like some people said, you know what, we don't like to have too many vegetables in our soup, especially when it's a chicken soup. We like to eat more chicken. Well, I get the point. But the idea is to create a really nice balanced meal which has a lot of flavor. And I think color is very important. Okay, the different colors which come along with the food, with the colors come the nutrients. Okay, so I truly believe in that. Yes, our diet has to be supplemented with vegetables and not just meats. Okay, and especially now in today's world where the whole plant forward movement is coming. I'm not saying that I support I support people who don't eat meat. I really respect all the people who eat whatever they want to. I mean, each one to his own. Okay. So, एक chili, put a little couple of chilies, okay, in this. Perfect. Okay, so we've got a little bit of ginger and garlic which I'm finally chopping. I also have some lovely spring onions here. And I have a little bit of chili. So this is going to be my basic things to start cooking. So we're using a very nice light vegetable oil here. I mean, we hardly need any oil in this recipe, but we just kind of just putting some. So we have our scallions here. We have our ginger, garlic and chili. Beautiful. Nice. Beautiful. So you can see a lot of vegetables, hardly any fat. So we're just going to be lightly sweating these here. Okay. Nice. Just going to add just a little pinch of salt, not too much. Okay. Lovely. So these are almost wilted here. Steaming them for a minute or so. In the meanwhile, we're going to check our stock. Beautiful. We have a really nice, rich stock going on here. Beautiful. So this is nicely, beautifully sauteed. Next, we are going to ladle our stock inside here. I'm getting this fabulous aroma of our stock here. I'm going to be just putting everything in here and cutting the chicken separately because the chicken is already cooked in our stock. Fantastic. Beautiful. Oh, wow. Now that's what I call a beautiful aroma. So I'm just going to let the chicken cool down a little bit. And then as soon as I can handle it, we're going to be shredding it for our soup. So, just a touch of light soy sauce and a little bit of salt. Okay, beautiful. I also have some lovely noodles which I have here, which I'm going to be adding into the soup. Choice aapki hai. You can even serve it on the side and you can also put it in here. So I'm going to be putting it in here. And then I'm going to be switching it off and chopping in my chicken and adding it into the soup. Bingo! So we have our lovely chicken which has been cooking in our stock. Okay, we just need to take it off the bone. It's a little warm, so you got to make sure that you you actually cool it down. Okay, beautiful. So we have a lovely, beautiful chicken cooked out here. Beautiful. So we're going to shred these up into strips. You can dice them. You can even make your stock a day in advance. Cook your chicken, cool it in the fridge, and simple last minute, just add your veggies and bring everything up. Beautiful. Very nice. So we have a lovely chicken soup here. Beautiful. So we have our noodles here. Beautiful. Really lovely, clean flavors. And you know, the kind of weather which we are in now, this is just hits the spot. Absolutely. Beautiful. Then let's ladle some broth, some beautiful chicken bone broth, if you can call that. Beautiful. Look at that. Really nice, rich flavors, totally nutritious. And it's like a meal in a bowl. Literally a meal in the bowl. All the spices, the aromats make your stock really good, which means that 3/4 of your battle, I would say, or challenges are done. So if you want to be a really good soup star, you have to be a really good stock master as well, okay? That's what we used to call them in college. Then we have some of our lovely shredded chicken. So I hope you're really enjoying this recipe. Try and eat healthy, eat well. This is a complete diet. You've got carbohydrates, you've got protein, you've got fiber, you've got a lot of minerals. So what I'm trying to tell you is that, you know what, this is food, and remember one thing, you are what you eat. So we've got some lovely spring onions here, some fresh coriander, if you like coriander. I love coriander, okay? So we have some lovely coriander here. And then, wow, some chili. Let's do this, boys. Let's just do this. Fantastical. Chicken noodle soup. Boom, ready.